Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started, thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, I got another special build in store for y'all today. Going to be a catfish build. And today, I'm going to be bringing y'all the two-way inside-out score with 100 plus post control. Now, I'm telling y'all, when it comes down to everything that goes into this build, the defense is definitely going to be able to hold its own. But then when it comes down to that offensive end, I'm telling y'all, this is going to be one of the better catfish builds that I brought to y'all this year. So look, before we get any further in today's video, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Smash that like button, and I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and commented down TG for thank God, as well as where you're tuning in from watching today. And I most definitely will hit y'all with a response. Now from here, let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. So we're going to go ahead and get started by making this build out of the shooting guard position. And I'm telling y'all, when it even comes down to the comparisons, you're going to see exactly why I think this is going to be one of the better catfish builds that we've made this year. So when it comes down to the height, let's go with 6'9". As for the weight, go with 202. And then when it comes down to the wingspan, max this out at 7'7". Now for the body shape, I'm going to go ahead and put this to builds, and this is going to allow us to take up the most space on the defensive end. Now from here, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the attributes, and the first area that I'm getting into is going to be the physicals. So when it comes down to the speed, I'm going to go 79, 78 acceleration, 76 strength, 75 vertical with a 90 stamina. Now again, if you want to make your own changes and adjustments to this area, you definitely can do so. But I'm going to be real with y'all, this is going to be the best way that you can definitely go about it when it comes down to this build. Now from here, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the finishing. So we get a total of 21 badges. For the close shot, I went 84. Same thing for the driving layup, 81 driving dunk, 46 standing dunk with a 99 post control. Now again, this is pretty much my preference on this build. And as you can see, when it comes down to the badges, we get Hall of Fame back down Punisher, Giant Slayer, Post Spin Technician, and Pro Touch. I'm glad that we get Slithery on silver. Then for tier 2, we get Silver Limitless Takeoff, Gold Fearless Finisher, and then for tier 3, we're able to get Posterizer, Bully on bronze as well, and then Silver Fast Twitch. Now when it comes down to the finishing, you can already start to see why this build is going to be a catfish, a two-way inside-out score. We're a 6'9" shooting guard, but look, we are able to post up just like a big man. Now from here, let's go ahead and check out the actual shooting. So for the mid-range shot, I'm going to go 71, 80 for my three-pointer with a 73 free throw. Now we get 17 shooting badges, and as you can see, the main badges that I'm looking at, Silver Amped, also going to be able to get Space Creator on gold. Volume Shooter on Hall of Fame is going to be essential, and then we're also able to get Bronze Agent 3, Silver Green Machine, and then for tier 3, we're also able to get Bronze Limitless Range. Now, if you want to make adjustments towards the shooting to get more badges or better attributes, you can do so and take away from the finishing. But I'm telling y'all, if you want to keep this a catfish build, you're definitely going to want to be sure to follow along. Now from here, let's go ahead and check out the playmaking. Now for the pass accuracy, I'm going to go 78, max out the ball handle to an 87, 75 speed with ball. We get 21 badges, and look, for tier 1, we get Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker, Gold Hyperdrive, and then for tier 2, we also get Hall of Fame Quick First Step, and then for tier 3, we're also able to get Hall of Fame Unpluckable. Now I'm happy that we get killer combos and then handles for days on silver. Clamp Breaker on gold is going to be another good badge. And now from here, we have the rest of the attributes to throw into the defensive area. So let's go ahead and get started here. So with the defense, I went with an interior of a 70, 89 for my perimeter with a 90 steal, and then a 49 defensive rebound. Now right here, we get 13 badges, and look, we're able to get Silver Box Out Beast, also Glove out of tier 1. I like Post Lockdown, and then when it comes down to tier 2, we get Gold Challenger, also get Clamps, and then Interceptor on gold as well. And then for tier 3, we're also able to get brick wall on silver because of our strength. Now when it comes down to this build, we have everything that we need. On the defensive end, we're going to be able to defend on the inside and out. We're able to ISO, and then when it comes down to the shooting, we're able to hit just as good as any other build. And then when it comes down to the finishing, we're definitely going to be able to finish at the rim. But then on top of all that, we're also going to be able to post up just like a big man. Now if you add in the extra badges from my career and add these badges up together, we're going to be able to get up to 76 badges, pro dribble moves, and now when it comes down to the takeovers, we get the lockdown as well as the post scoring. So if you wanted to, you can go with double extreme clamps, or you can go ahead and switch it up to where you go with one post scoring. Now for my best interest on this build, I would go ahead and pick advanced post moves, and then first I'm going to go with the extreme clamps. Now I think this is going to be the best setup of takeovers when it comes to this build, so let's go ahead and check out the build name to make sure that we made it correctly. And as y'all can see, we get Paul George, Michael Jordan, and Klay Thompson comparisons, and together we have created the Catfish two-way inside-out scorer with 100+ post control on NBA 2K23. Now this build making is also going to apply to current gen, so if you want to go about it differently, you definitely can do so. But be sure to let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about this build? Would you make any changes to it? And I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and smash that like button as well. So from here, let's take a quick look at what this build looks like maxed out. So with our takeovers activated, the defense as well as the post scoring, we have the potential to get a 100+ close shot. The post control is already there, but then also for the perimeter defense as well as our steal. Now if you want to make adjustments to get more takeovers, you definitely can do that for this build. But from here, let's go ahead and get into the badges. Now to start out for tier 1 on the finishing, I'm going to go with back down Punisher and Hall of Fame as well as Pro Touch. For the silver badges, I'm going to go Slithery as well as Giant Slayer. And that's going to wrap it up for tier 1. Now for tier 2, I also do like Limitless Takeoff on silver. Also gotta go ahead and throw on Gold Fearless Finisher. And then when it comes down to tier 3, I'm going to go with Bronze Posterizer as my core badge. Now overall, I think we have everything that we would want out of this area. Especially with the post control being taken into effect, I think this is going to be one of the better Catfish builds. Now when it comes down to the shooting, for tier 1, I went with Bronze Amped as well as Clutch Shooter. Now I like Silver Midi Magician, Gold Space Creator, and then Hall of Fame Volume Shooter. Now for tier 2, Bronze Green Machine and Agent 3, and then for my core badge, I'm going to go ahead and put on Bronze Limitless Range. Now so far for the finishing and shooting, we're still going to be able to hold our own. The badge layouts and how I'm bringing them to y'all is definitely going to be the best way that you can go about it. Now for tier 1 on the playmaking, I like Ankle Breaker and Hall of Fame. Also get Break Starter on silver. Now from there we also do get Gold Hyperdrive. Now for tier 2, we get Hall of Fame Quick First Step. And then for tier 3, I like Silver Killer combos as well as Handles for Days. Now again, all this setup when it comes down to the badges is solely based off of my own playstyle. So do not feel limited to the way that I'm bringing it to y'all. But from here, let's go ahead and check out the defense. So for tier 1, Silver Box Out Beast and Glove. And then for tier 2, I went with Challenger on Gold as my core badge, Gold Interceptor, and then Silver Clamps. Now this is pretty much going to wrap it up when it comes down to this area of the build. But if you wanted to make any changes, be sure to go ahead and do so to your own playstyle. Now I always bring y'all builds and make sure that I let you know that you can make it to your own liking. But I think this is going to be the best way that you can go about it, especially when it comes down to the attributes. So look, if you made it this far into the video, God bless you. And I just want to say real quick, thank you so much to everybody who has continued to support. If you have a dream, man, go ahead and go after it, because you only have one life to live. And I'm telling y'all, life is too short to not be doing the things that you love. So again, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button. But be sure to go ahead and comment down TG for thank God, as well as where you tuned in from watching today. And I most definitely will hit y'all back with a response. But with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.